This time of year is for family and getting together for most of us, but for some veterans, it can bring feelings of isolation if they don't have the support they need. Roughly 43% of veterans experience mental health challenges, specifically during the holidays. Here with us now is the CEO of Mission Roll Call, retired U.S. Army Lieutenant Colonel Jim Whaley. Welcome to the show, sir. And first, I want to thank you for your service and thank you for coming on.
Well, thank you for the invitation and thank you for covering this important subject.
I've lived on many military bases. I've been through those deployments. What is it about the holiday time that might make it more difficult, especially for a veteran?
Well, I think many Americans feel isolated during the holiday season, but especially veterans who may be struggling with some mental health issues. They feel even more isolated. Let's think about it. They're no longer with their teammates. Yeah. They're maybe not part of something bigger than themselves, and they feel lost. And so that's why organizations like Mission Roll Call is speaking on their behalf and working with other veteran support organizations to make sure that their voices are heard.
This is great what you and this organization are doing. I have to ask, sir, you've been deployed, you've been in the military a very long time. Did you struggle during the holidays? And can you explain to our audience what that's like?
Sure. I remember my first assignment many years ago in Germany, and I was away from my family, flying back then on the border of East and West Germany. You know, when you get back to your apartment and it's the holiday season and you're not with your family, you rely on your teammates and you rely on your unit to be part of something and to feel good. But it can be isolating. It can be a bit depressing. And if you think about today's military, where they have been deployed many times over the holiday season, it's an accumulative effect. And it's time away from the family. I'd also like to note that it's not just the veteran, it's the family member and the spouses. And I'm sure you experienced that. And it's important to note that. And that's why Mission Roll Call represents veterans and their families, caregivers, and those that are part of the veteran community.
Let's look towards New Year's Eve, sir. The night is known for booming fireworks celebrations across the country. I just want to ask, is that a potential trigger for vets who might be dealing with PTSD?
Well, I think most veterans know if they do get sensitive to those sounds and try to do their best to make sure they isolate themselves from those situations. But yes, for some that have serious mental health issues or post-traumatic stress, the sounds of that can reignite some memories that are unpleasant. And so as a community, we need to understand that. We also need to understand that mental health and support for veterans should not just be a crisis issue, right? We should be involved with veterans throughout their time of service as well as when they get out.
I want to talk more about your incredible organization with Mission Roll Call. Your team works with suicide prevention. It helps vets find jobs, fights veteran homelessness. Why is it so important for veterans like yourself who really climbed up the ranks to stay in a community and support one another?
Listen, veterans make up the fabric of our country. They come from all walks of life. It's a true meritocracy in the military. We want to make sure that the commitment they made when they raised their right hand and committed to serving their country, writing that blank check for their nation, we want to make sure that they transition into the community in a way that makes sure that they're successful, that they live a vital life, that they are involved with other veterans and can continue to support their country. That's what they want to do. They want to be part of something bigger than themselves. And we're here to help them and plug them in to organizations that may be able to help them with their transition, with any issues that they may have, but also to make sure they're part of community. That's one of the things a lot of veterans feel isolated about, is you're no longer with that team, that group of people that you loved, and now you're back home or in another community, and it takes a little while to plug into that, especially today. With social media, it can be isolating to so many people.
Yeah, I don't think many people realize the transition to civilian life is not always easy. And what you mentioned, that's the least we can do for our veterans and their family members. Very quickly, sir, if people want to help, where can they go?
Well, they can come to Mission Roll Call, sign up for our newsletters, follow us on social media. The most important thing is to let veterans know that we're here for them. It's no cost to join our organization.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.